All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Let's see if we can get any of this to work. It's been a few days since we've been on here, so let's see what shakes, if anything will happen here today. Yeah, there we go. All right. It's happening. It is.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. It's been a few days since we've been on here, so welcome. Welcome to the All Around Town Radio Studios in beautiful downtown Springboro, Ohio. Let's see who's checking in with us. Anybody out there today? Stephanie Rumpke's in the house. How you doing, Stephanie? Thank you for dropping by. Good afternoon to you. It is afternoon, isn't it? Yeah. Mark Robinson has joined me. Speaking of the theme song right there, that is Sweet Sister Mercy. Yes, it is. Mark's eating lunch. Dewey's in the house. Hey, Dewey. Thanks for being here. Hi, Ed. Thank you for joining us today. Hey, it's Whatever Wednesday, guys, we call it. I will give my quick weekend recap from last weekend here today and tell you a little bit about who we saw play, because all kinds of stuff going on around the old studio here. Let me make a few adjustments before we get started here so I can see your comments. I want to be able to read the comments here on the screen. Oh, boy. That's not what I wanted to do. Right. Let's pop that back up there. There we go. Now we're in business. How y'all doing? Everybody all right? Hold on. I got to sneeze. Maybe not. Okay. We'll see. Yes, happy Wednesday to you, Tina. Thank you for joining us today here at noon on a Wednesday. Roger in the house. Thank you, Roger. So let me wipe that theme song down a little bit. Thank you, Mark Robinson, Sweet Sister Mercy, for our theme. Always a good one to kick off our shows with. So welcome back, guys. I've been off a couple days. Karis was on special assignment yesterday, so we took the day off, and then Monday I had a bad day in my life and had to take the day off for that. We lost our dog, and 14-year-old dog, and it was a sad day. It was, and just wasn't really ready to get on here and do anything on Monday. You know how that is. If you've ever been through that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And took a little bit of a hiatus there, and then yesterday with Karis being out, we took the day off from Hot Topic Tuesday. It will return next week on Tuesday, as long as the creek don't rise or anything else, we'll get it on there. So real quick, let me back up into last week. I didn't get a chance to do a weekend recap with you, and had so much fun last week. We had the old birthday celebration at Heather's on the patio, and that was a blast for Name That Tune, and had a bunch of people. It was a good time. And it was just a remarkable time, actually, and had a lot of fun rounds and a lot of good musical players in the house. And that was going on. And thank you, Ray, for saying that. I appreciate that. That was also kind of a little test for me because, you know, I'm going to say, let me say before I get into this, oftentimes when you do the things like we do here and you do a daily show and all that, you get wrapped up in the numbers, you get wrapped up in whether or not people are following you. And frankly, there's just more important things in life. And I realized after taking a couple days off that, you know, people aren't going to, lose their sleep over you not doing a couple shows. So we appreciate your support, guys. I appreciate those who reached out and said, are you okay? Why are you not doing your show? All that. and just didn't answer at the time. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. So thank you, Tina. I appreciate you. And Carol, thank you. And Ryan Wingate, thank you so much. Yeah, those are tough, man. They're really tough. And it's a family member, and you get that family member taken away from you. It's an awful, awful thing. But it was unfortunately time. Thank you so much, John Barry. Yeah, it was just that time, and it gets to that point where they're not having a quality of life anymore and all that, and it's a tough thing. But the folks, Laps of Love, who came out, man, they did a great job, and we appreciate them as well. So let me keep rolling here if I can. We were talking about Wednesday, Name That Tune, always a big one. It'll be a big one tonight on the patio at Heather's. Don't worry about the rain. If it does rain, everybody get moved under the tents, and that will squeeze in there. But it doesn't look like it's going to rain till like 11 o'clock tonight or 12, so we're okay on that one. And for those of you that might be watching that are players, I'll give you a little sneak peek. You're going to get some fun stuff tonight. You're going to get a little hard rock, a little soft rock. You're going to get a little alternative rock. You get a few country tunes thrown in there. And we may do another one of our crap rounds, as they're called. Our last one was country rock, alternative, and pop. And I think tonight I'm going to slide in there country, R&B, alternative, and power ballads. Crap round. Yes. It's coming your way tonight at Name That Tune at Heather's on the patio. So definitely be there. And thank you, Ray. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for you too, because I know that's a tough one. Absolutely. And thank you, Carol. So yeah, we're doing this at noon. We don't have a lot of followers at noon. Everybody's working and those kind of things, but we do appreciate you being here if you're stopping by the program. And a big weekend of live local music out there last weekend. Tons of people reporting in, going places. We posted on our page to tell us who you saw play out. 100 or so of you commented there. And I love it when you comment and you also leave the venue name in, because it recognizes where these people are playing as well, because the venues are equally as important as the musicians, because without the venues, the musicians wouldn't have anywhere to play. And without the musicians, the venues wouldn't have any people in them watching live local music. So it's a nice marriage between the two. And if you're out there, guys, make a comment. Let me know where you're coming from today. If you're watching at lunchtime, hi, Doug Davidson. Thank you. Hi, Steve Short. Thank you for being with us, too. We'll try to pop your comments up here as we can. And let me talk about our weekend. And having the, and I keep circling back to it, but it all kind of revolved around this for several weeks. Having the very ill older dog at home, we weren't doing a lot. Got out a little bit on Saturday night, and then I got out on Sunday for a few minutes to catch some live music. We went to Heather's, very close to home, to do that. We tend to do that on the weekends because of not having to drive too far and those kind of things, and always get to see a good variety of bands at Heather's and Mr. Burroughs and those places. So we did drop into Heather's and see the Jay Clark Band, our friend Tony Russello playing drums in that band. And of course, the rest of the band there, Keith on bass, Rob on guitar, and Jay singing lead and playing guitar and such. Had a good crowd at Heather's. If you watched Heather's video, apparently we left a little early. There was some excitement that went on, actually some stupidity that went on. In her 14 years of business, she's never had a fight and had a girl fight. So shame on you, ladies, for acting up. Because Heather runs a great business, a family-oriented business and such. So it was just one of those things. But we did get to check out Jay Clark and enjoy his music for a while. And the guys in the band, they were cranking it out as they always do. And a good crowd there on a Saturday night for Jay Clark Band, who I think it was their only date there this year. So that was part of it. They've got a good following in Springboro whenever they play Heather's, they play Mr. Burroughs Tavern. It's always a good deal. And let's see who's out there. Eric Sears, thank you so much. Good to see you. The Kevin McCoy Band. Enjoy your night at Voices of America, which is going to be happening this weekend. A big concert going on in Westchester. I hope they can pull it off. It can be overwhelming, especially the first year. Things can go south quick on concert promotions like that big of an event. Man, they're biting off a lot. So I hope they pull that one off, and hope the parking goes right, and hope everything works out for them, and it's a tough one to put one of those on. I mean, the people up at Country Concert, they started that years ago up there, and actually it started with K99.1 here in Dayton and Huber Heights. They did Day in the Country at Thomas Cloud Park for many years, and then moved up there along with the Country Concert folks. And man, it's taken years for them to perfect all that and get it all right. So we'll see what happens in Westchester this weekend with Voices of America. Wish them well. Hope it all goes well. Big lineup there. It really, really is. And Patrick Witt in the house. How you doing, Patrick? Good to see you. Bass Players Unite today. Eric Sears, Patrick Witt in the house. Thank you. So, let me move on a little bit more about Jay Clark. Jay's added a lot of different songs. When I first started seeing Jay, he did a lot of originals. And they did a few more originals that night than I normally see them do, but they've really changed their format into doing more covers, and that's appealing to the crowd. Unfortunately, crowds just don't care about original songs in many places. And Jay and I have had that talk before, and then he was giving me a little crap back and forth about my show I did on the worst covers done by bands of all times and all that, which he does 3 or 4 of them as well, of those same songs. And it was interesting. And Eric says CC Logistics were amazing. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they pull it off well. It's a big, big undertaking there, Eric. And I know you guys are going to be playing on Thursday, I believe it is. And then you're going to be playing Heather's as well this weekend. Lots of good things going on. We'll feature all those in our Who's Playing Out tomorrow at 5 live. So if you're a musician, you're watching today or watching afterward live, please get your gigs in. Deadline is noon on Thursday every week. So we need you to drop those gigs into our inbox on those gig groups, if you will, if you're in part of one of those, or just send it to me as a direct message. We'll try to get it on the show. Good afternoon, Josh Morgan. Thank you for joining us today. And I do want to talk about Sunday for a minute. Last Sunday, we since I missed that weekend update, I want to cover this one because what a time. And I didn't get to stay long, but I was there an hour and a half or so at Mr. Burroughs Tavern for Eyes Up Here. That's Brian Hanky Panks Cafferty and Mr. Kevin Cooper and Mike Roberts. And they absolutely wowed the crowd at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. And Ed, you have a good day. Thank you, buddy. And they wowed the crowd. They really did. And let me get Patrick's comments up here. It says Jay's got some great originals. Yeah, originals just unfortunately aren't a thing. I mean, they're really not a thing, period. Even the larger artists, we've said it so many times, doing big concerts, I mean, national acts, and they come out, this is a new song off our new album. Everybody goes to get a beer. Nobody cares until it's a hit. And it's kind of sad because people put a lot of effort into crafting their songs and their music. And one band that I do hear do a lot of original stuff thrown into their mix is Kevin McCoy Band, and they do a great job with that. And people love their tunes, but Kevin also does a good job of promoting those out to his fans, followers, or friends, or whoever they are that show up. Interestingly enough, what do we got? There's Bill. Hi, Bill. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate you, my friend. And Patrick says true. Yeah, it is a shame because so much work goes into writing and developing songs. But one thing I want to talk about with Eyes Up Here, you know, you've seen the Hanky Panks before, probably. If you haven't, you've heard us talk about them. It's kind of a spun down version of the Hanky Panks, minus the bass player and the full drum kit. But Mike Roberts on his electronic cajon and little whatever electronic kick and cymbals and all those things he has that he plays sounds like a full drum kit. And it's a remarkable thing. And the way Mike plays is awesome with him. And Kevin doing the keyboards or the acoustic guitar thing is really, it really enhances that. And then Brian's singing is just amazing. And always, and Kevin singing as well. I mean, there's this band is so much fun. They always do requests, like in their second set, they pass out request sheets. People fill them out, and it's kind of like stump the band type thing. People will throw these requests in, and many, many times they know them and play them. So a lot of fun. And there was a really special moment that took place there. There's a young lady that comes to Mr. Burroughs quite a bit. And she brought her mom from, she's in an assisted living facility, and she brought her mom in for the afternoon to hear the music. and her mom just had a blast. And then one of the guys at the table got her up to dance, and then another one cut in and danced with mom, and she just had a blast up there. I got a great picture on our page of it. If you check out our post from earlier in the week, you'll see that picture. And Tim that sits there a lot at Mr. Burroughs, he grabbed her up and brought her up to the stage and let her dance. And what a great time that was, and a good moment. But Eyes Up Here, you got to see them, man. If you want to see a good, fun, enjoyable, like sit around on a Sunday and enjoy some live music band, they were it. And they play a lot. We announced all their gigs on our show. So check out our list, if you will, and do that. And I know it's lunchtime. There's not many on here live, but and we haven't been on for a couple of days. So you get, it's funny how quickly people lose their interest when you're not on daily. So it'll take a few days to build back up an audience. Hopefully we'll have some tomorrow on the show at 5:00 for Live at 5 and Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe, Ohio. And there's just so much shaking, man. And Patrick, thank you so much. I know it's lunchtime, actually. And we're not going to be on here much longer, actually. I will say we've got a few more things to talk about. I had a great night last night at Mr. Burroughs on trivia. I had 21 teams. We were packed out with people last night. It was a good time there, and always enjoyable with that crowd. And also tonight, I'll be at Heather's on the patio. I'm getting ready to head down there. I'll head down there about 4:00 or so, get things set up and be ready to relax and kick back until we play Name That Tune tonight at 7:00. So we'd love to see you there. If you haven't been there, we get a lot of musicians there too. So come out and play sometime and enjoy yourself. The musicians tend to do pretty well in the game, just like Nick Wheeler, who shows up. I'm wearing his shirt, Nick Wheeler Music, and from Truck, and Nick Wheeler Music Solo. All that. Much love to you. Hey, Lee Reed, thank you for being here. Much love to you too, Patrick. And what else we got? Yeah. Okay, Ryan, thank you for that. I'd love to hear that song. I would love to hear it, Ryan. If you've got it recorded, send me a clip of it, will you? I'd appreciate it. Would love to hear that song. Absolutely. And our thoughts are with you as well. And yes, thank you, Lee. I appreciate you, my friend. And I love you, buddy. Don't get to see you enough, but love hanging out with you and love talking to you. So hopefully all is well. I know DV8 will be on our list. It's already on our list. They're playing out this weekend, and they'll be on our list tomorrow at 5:00 as well. So if you know a band that would like to make our list, please send them our way. Have them slide into our DMs and give us a little bit of musical info. And we're also booking out for next month's, the remainder of this month and next month's Wednesday with the band. If you'd like to have your band featured on our show, or you're a solo artist and you want to come on and be featured as well, if you're playing out and such, we'd be glad to have you. So please drop us a line on that one. And that's really all I've got for today, guys. I was going to go about 20 minutes or so. We're about there now, and wrap it up here with you and not take any more of your lunchtime. But please, if you will, watch the show tomorrow. We'd love to have you watch the show and share the show tomorrow, because it's the most important one we do of the week, where we're featuring all the bands, solo artists, duos, musicians, and venues every Thursday. So yeah, what do we got here? Ryan says, okay. Thank you so much, Ryan. I'd love to hear it. Thank you for that. Thank you, Bonnie. Love you, dear. And yes. All right. That's all we got today, people. That's it. That's all I got. I got work to do. So I'm going to move on and get ready to load out and head down to Heather's for Name That Tune tonight. Hello, Gina McCann, my dear. The wonderful vocal sounds of Gina McCann in the house. You did miss it. You didn't miss much. I was just doing a little recap from the weekend I missed on Monday. And again, Karis is out of town, so she sends her love to everybody yesterday, and she'll be back with me on Tuesday next week, hopefully, if everything works out there. But don't forget to visit her place, the Bell and the Bear, and the Faded Cow food truck that's down there that she's just opened up. If you haven't tried that yet, get down there and give it a shot. That's all we got, folks. Thanks for watching today. Hopefully you'll have a great day. Get out and support some live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. And if you're not seeing local music, come see me tonight at Heather's on the patio. Love to see you there. Thank you, Eric Sears. And Eric, any of your gigs as well that are on the side, make sure you send them to me, man. We'll put it up there if you're doing any of that. I know you're busy with the KMB right now. So that's all we got today, guys. I'm Scott Hall, your host. We'll see you next time here at Hall Around Town Radio. Bye-bye for now.